So you wake up tired. You promise yourself tonight's going to be different. But it never is. Look, the problem isn't your willpower, it's your system. And in the next few minutes, we're going to build the exact night routine that gets your body and your brain ready for deep, restorative sleep. Let's dive in. You know that feeling, right? It is so frustrating. You put in the hours, you try to go to bed on time, but you still wake up feeling like you barely slept at all. Well, it turns out the problem isn't about how long you're in bed, it's about how you prepare to get there. And this right here is the absolute key. Your body doesn't just, fall into recovery mode by accident. It's an active process. You have to literally prepare it, and that prep work starts hours before your head ever hits the pillow. You've got to work with your biology, not fight against it. So where do we even begin? Well, we start with the body. Physiology first. Before we can even think about quieting the mind, we have to get our physical systems primed and ready for rest. And it really just boils down to two simple things: food and heat. Okay, rule number one. And trust me, this is a non-negotiable. Stop eating 2 to 3 hours before you go to bed. I know, that late night snack feels harmless, but it's actually sabotaging your body's entire recovery mission. Why? Because your body has to make a choice. Just take a look at this. It's pretty stark. At night, your body is in one of two modes: digestion mode or recovery mode. Here's the kicker. It cannot do both at the same time. When you eat late, you force it into digestion mode. All the blood rushes to your stomach, your temperature goes up, and your whole system is activated, right when it should be shutting down. So you might be asleep, but your body is working a night shift trying to digest that pizza instead of repairing your brain. All right, moving on to habit number 2. Now, this isn't about getting clean, okay? This is about biology. It's about sending a powerful, undeniable signal to your brain. A warm shower before bed is one of the best ways to tell your body, hey, the day is officially done. So here's the cool chain reaction that happens. First, the warm water pulls blood flow out to the surface of your skin. Then you step out into the cooler air of your bathroom. That causes your core body temperature to drop, and drop fast. That specific temperature drop is the trigger. It's like flipping a switch that tells your brain to begin the shutdown sequence for sleep. So your body is physically ready for rest. Awesome. But what about your brain, the command center? Now we've got to prepare your mind. This part is all about sending the right signals and getting the mental silence you need for real recovery. This is absolutely crucial in the world we live in today. Every single screen you look at before bed, your phone, the TV, your laptop, is actively shouting, "Wake up!" at your brain. It's literally fighting your own biology by suppressing a really important chemical. And that chemical is melatonin. You can just think of melatonin as the key that unlocks the door to deep sleep. Your brain is hardwired, it's designed, to produce this stuff when it gets dark. Darkness is the ultimate signal that it's time to power down and start repairs. And just look at the difference here. This isn't a small thing. The blue light from your phone literally crushes your body's melatonin production. You're basically blasting your brain with a signal that says, hey, it's high noon, right at the exact moment you need it to think it's midnight. So let's just get this straight. You don't have a sleep problem. You have a signal problem. It's not that you're bad at sleeping. You're just sending your brain the wrong message. Stop sending the daytime signal of blue light and give your brain the nighttime signal of darkness that it's craving. Okay, so we've cut out the external awake signals, but what about all that internal noise? The racing thoughts, the worries, that to-do list that just goes on in your head. The next step is to get all of that clutter out of your head and onto a piece of paper. And here's exactly how to do it. It takes like 5 minutes. Just run through these simple prompts by reviewing the day, and this part is so important, defining your priorities for tomorrow. You offload all that mental weight. Your brain doesn't have to keep spinning its wheels all night. It knows the plan is handled, so it can finally be quiet. All right, we've covered food, heat, light, and thoughts. But I gotta be honest, none of it really matters without this final piece. This is the habit that makes all the others work. This is the foundation for everything. I know it sounds way too simple to be true, but this is the most powerful habit of them all. Consistency is everything. Going to bed at the same time every single night, no matter what, that's how you train your internal clock to work for you instead of against you. This is all about your circadian rhythm, your body's ancient internal 24-hour clock. And that clock, it doesn't care if it's Friday night. It doesn't care if you want to watch one more episode. It thrives on just one thing: consistency.
Give it a fixed bedtime, and it literally learns to expect sleep, starting that shutdown process automatically, right on schedule. And honestly, that's the best way to think about this whole thing. It's not just a habit or a good idea. It is a non-negotiable contract you are making with your own body. You agree to give it the right conditions, and in return, your biology rewards you with the deep, predictable rest you've been searching for. So there you have it. That's the system. It's not magic, it's just a sequence. You've prepped your body with food and heat, you've managed your brain with the right signals and some silence, and you've anchored it all with the consistency of a biological contract. The tools? They're all yours now. You have the entire blueprint, but here's the truth. Information doesn't change your life. Action does. The only thing that matters right now is a simple decision. Are you going to do this tonight? Look, most people will hear this, they'll nod along, and then they'll go right back to scrolling on their phone in bed tonight. But a few people will make a decision right now to actually do this. That single choice is the only thing separating the person who wakes up tired tomorrow from the one who wakes up transformed. So the only question left is, which one are you?